Hello City, another night at the palace, 'cause there is nothing else to do. Oh, the same people, the same drinks and the same music.
Hi everyone, Linda here. I just wanted to show you what I've been working on for a swap that I'm in. It is a stick pin swap, and yesterday I went to Goodwill to look for beads because it was just a little too far to drive to Hobby Lobby where I wanted to go. So these are some of the things that I got that I didn't use yet, but here's a pair of earrings that I got for $1, so those beads would be like 50 cents. Here's another pair. You know, and there's beads and jewels and all kinds of things. This one I thought was cute because it had the little key and the little lock on it. Those are $2. Here's another pair with some blue and white beads on it. But lots of different, here's a necklace, and all of these can be cut apart and beads can be stored. And what I did is I put the beads in a container like this, the ones that I separated. This was a necklace, and I love these. They're like kind of a glass blue bead, and in between each one of them they had one of these little teeny tiny silver beads. And for my swap, I needed my beads to be red, white, and blue, and silver. So this is the finished product, and then I'll show you how I went about doing it. I made like little matchbook covers like this, and then here are my beads. I used a stick pin. Well, actually, they're floral corsage pins that are 2 inches long. And I hope that's the right pin. I got some that had like a teardrop end and some that had circles, or just like a round bead. So this one has a round bead, and then it has a little silver like washer, and then a red bead, and one of those tiny little silver beads, a pearl, tiny silver bead, and then one of the blue glass beads, then a bead cap, and all those came off of old necklaces. Then I have some of these little tiny plastic things that you put on your earrings, you know, to keep your earrings from falling off. That's what I'm putting on the bottom. Then this pin has a red heart, and I think those are plastic. Then some little blue glass beads, then a silver bead, then another one of those big blue beads that I like, and one of the little tiny silver beads. And I'm going to put a little pin on there. So I had to make 3 different pins and 6 sets of those, and I can put at the bottom in the description what swap this is for. I think I did talk about it on my blog though already. Then this one I used a large silver bead, and this is the stick pin again. This is a round pearl, then a white pearl, or one of the red beads, a little washer, and 2 little glass blue beads. So those are my 3 different pins, and then this is the matchbook cover that I made to go in it. So what I did is first I took, so first what I did is I cut the matchbook, and this is a piece that's 8.5 by 4, and I scored it at 1 inch, then 4 3/4, then 5 inch. Then I folded it and ran it through my Cuttlebug with a star embossing folder. Then I took it to my sewing machine and I sewed a little bit of lace at the bottom to form the flap for the matchbook to slide into. And I took a piece of denim. This was an old shirt of my husband's, and I sewed the top of that. So now what I'm going to do is I want to cover up that stitching because I just, it looks like my bobbin tension's not set right, and I'm not quite sure what I want to change it to, so I don't like the way the stitching looks. So what I've done is covered that up with a piece of red, white, and blue paper. So I'm just going to glue this onto the back. Take my ATG gun and put the glue tape on there. And put that on the back just to cover up the stitching. Then, because I didn't like the way the paper didn't look really finished off, I'm going to take a little zip dry. I've been using zip dry and liquid glass and hot glue and some Arlene's glue to glue the beads on, because I'm not really sure what is the best glue to use for making these stick pins. Then at the bottom I'm going to take some of my seam binding that I bought. For a lot of the seam binding I had these like little green spots in it, but I don't seem to have those anymore. It was from the pin that was in it. It was like a very old pin and must have been rusty or something. I don't know. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue here because it doesn't really need that much, just to hold it on the back. And it kind of covers up the lace in the front, but I still think it looks nice. So then I'm going to take another piece of, this is just some felt zigzag ribbon that I got. I don't know where I got it, but maybe Goodwill. I'm not sure. It could have been one of the sales places, but it was like half off, so could have been Michael's at Christmas time. I'm not sure. Alright, just a little bit of glue there just to hide those stitches. And then what I did is I took a button, and I have some old buttons here. I took it off the cardboard. Cardboard I could probably use again for a card, I suppose. There's a little bit of thread on here. And then I just threaded this through. And this kind of looks, this almost reminds me of the Wisconsin state emblem. This one does. So I just threaded that through the ribbon like that. And I'm just going to tie a bow down here so that there's a ribbon on here. And part of the challenge was to have a special way to package the pins. I signed up for 2 challenges. One's for July, which was red, white, and blue, and the other one's for I think November or Thanksgiving, but the last time I checked there were only 2 of us signed up, so there has to be 6. So if anybody's interested, it would be great to have you sign up, because I think those would be really fun colors. I think they're like brown and umber and all that. So much glue on my fingers. So then that's pretty much the matchbook cover, and this will dry. It looks kind of red now. So then all I have to do is put the pins in. So here's one, and then here's 2. Need to put the little stoppers on the bottom. I'm not sure what they're called, but I got these at Joann's, I guess, in the jewelry making section. But I buy them a lot for my own earrings. Alright, so there we have it. So I didn't have 6 of this kind of button. So I have some that have that button and some that look like this with this little anchor button, which I thought looked really cool in there. I'm thinking about putting something on the front, but right now I kind of like it the way it looks. So that is for my pin swap, and if you at all are interested, please head over and join the swap. It's really going to be fun, and I look forward to seeing what everybody else does. Thanks. Bye-bye.